Second day in a row. This is the fifth What If Deku stream, I believe. And I'm gonna say, y'all blew me out of the water with these streams. These streams and these videos have gotten me a ton of views. Like 1 minute I'll look at there and it'll be like, 10 views. Come back, 20 views on top of that. So y'all have blown my mind for just so many videos now, and I'm happy that they're getting good. Happy y'all are loving them. More what ifs are on the way to come out. And I think after this live stream, I work on what if Deku was Entity 303. I work on that one, and the next part will drop sometime next month, or not next month, next week, possibly. And that is a 2-part video, so I'll have to do the entirety of what I want to do in the second part. And I really hope y'all are considering the the Villain Society, as I found a few more villains to add on top of. We got Skull, and we have Mask. These are the 2 more villains that will be on. Oh, and I forgot Magic. How could I forget Magic? But y'all will be getting a Easterling Part 1 today, so I believe that's good. And if y'all watched my last live stream, you got a little bit of a sneak peek on one of the what ifs, because I accidentally clicked on it. So y'all got a little sneak peek on the last live stream of a what if. I didn't mean to show y'all, and I kind of accidentally pressed on it. So I've been thinking lately, for these what ifs, and a lot of these have been going well, so I will make a goal. If this next video reaches over 10 likes within a day, I will come back straight away and work on the next part. So say if Dr. Robotnik, this one gets 10 views, or this gets 10 views within a day, I will come back and do any one of these. Because I'm still shocked that Catnap Part 1 got like 1,000 and almost 700 now views. And someone, I think one of my subscribers pointed out and asked me a question the other day. So he asked me if I would do a what if Deku was in a Kame Got Kill. And I told him I am going to do one. It's just going to be a while, because I've already had plenty of time to think on what ifs that will be happening all through the summer. So it's going to take some time before I do that one. Just letting you know, that idea sounds great. I will do it. It's just, it will take some time. Whew. Well, anyway, I think we should get started. I believe we'll... Yeah, and I admit, that sounded like a good idea. So I believe that was from... I don't know. I can't remember his name, but it was between 2 subscribers that I was talking to yesterday. But just let you know, I'll point out his name in the video when I make it. And I believe it's time we start What If. Welcome to What if female Deku was a robotic bird? Last where we left off, they had sent a boat to a specific location, away from where they had docked, and were setting up at an abandoned warehouse. Now, at this abandoned warehouse, they had brought a whole lot of supplies, robotic stuff, machines, more precisely, so they could repair them. As they were building stuff in there, and the heroes are looking. As we go for a search party, looking for the robots, thinking they were taken away by the villains. So we go to a secluded mountain area. We're down by a shore into a cave. There is a boat. And the people that are tasked to find it would be Hawks, Aizawa, All Might, Mirko, and some other heroes. Because, truth is, if they're made from Island, you know it's top tier because that's where all the most brilliant minds are located in the My Hero universe. So they reach the cave, as the walls are covered in black and dripping water. As Aizawa and all them are inside. He's looking around, doesn't see anything. As Hawks is flying through with a light cam on his shoulder so he can see, like a flashlight. As our heroes are coming in slowly, as they see the boat, as they arrive at it. Okay, the boat's here. As Hawk's about to land on it, Mirko hears something. Hawks, don't! As Hawks got close to the boat, as it then exploded, sending him back, hitting him against a wall. They planted charges on the boat to destroy the evidence. Say after about 5 minutes after checking if everyone's okay, and making sure the cave did not collapse on themselves, they checked the wreckage. They could not find any sight of Izumi or Blue. So they assumed that it was just left there. And they knew of the tracker. With a couple injured heroes from the explosion, as they leave. In the meantime, Blue is just watching from a hidden camera in the cave. Oh, it looks like the heroes fell for it. As Izumi walks in. I can tell. Where were you? Just went to take care of some business. Few villains, I presume? Yes, they were near the hideout. Yeah, did you at least dispose of the bodies? Says the person that goes rushing in recklessly. Okay, just because I was flying around and went in solo and broke my arm one time. It was the other day. Yeah, so what? I had to fix your arm just to let you know because we don't have everything set up. As it had been a few days before they found the boat. As they had set up everything and had already been there for a while, they only found the boat today. They had been set up for quite a while. So, what's the plan? Who's our target? One of our targets is the hero Endeavor. But he is one of the lowest on our, or highest on our list. He is a powerful person. I don't think our mechanical bodies will be able to withstand the heat he sends our way. The fire? Yes. We can handle some of it, but if he uses that that move that just destroyed the Nomu in the high-end Nomu. I can't say the name of the move for some reason. Okay. Honestly, if we do a sneak attack, we can get him while he's off guard. We We could also go into his house of a night and just kill him in his sleep. That's a negative. The security is quite tight, especially with the high heroes. Alright. Then who do you suppose we go after? We could go after the League of Villains. Or we could go after Overhaul's group. They are pretty good and they are pretty big out there. But we also have to account for the other villains out there. Yes. I do have a feeling someone may be trying to break the people within Tartarus prison, I believe, out. Yeah, we could do that. I think we should put our own security system into Tartarus, because it is quite. You really think someone is going to break anyone out from there? Why, of course. A lot of high villains are there, if they're smart, and they know how to do it, and they have the right people. You could easily break into Tartarus prison and free everybody. Alright, but how do you suppose we get to Tartarus? Or not Tartarus, you know, the My Hero prison that most of the big villains went to. How do we get in there, then? Easy. You'll be going in disguise. How will I get into the prison? With this. As she throws something at his head, hitting him in the head. As it lands in his arm. What is this? It's a disc. It'll allow you to transfer into human form. You'll look human. I've already set up a fake ID and everything for you. And what would be my human ID? Zach Jones. Interesting. Zach Jones. Interesting name. You choose out yourself? Yes. Alright. So what role am I playing? You're an engineer that comes in once a month to repair and check for any flaws within the system. Alright, but don't they come in teams of 2? They do. So who's the other person? Is it gonna be you? No. I've already come with the excuse saying he is sick. I cannot go, as I have to keep the heroes off our trail. Fair point, fair point. But you know, you could just cut them to ribbons. Yes, but we don't want any casualties. Unnecessary casualties. You're too cautious. The best people are. As you know, being cautious saves more lives than you think. Whatever. When do I go? 2 days. 2 days? Seriously? You could have warned a person beforehand. I was planning to go on patrol and take out a couple villains and heroes. We'll change the plans then. Hey, you did get the information off that high-tier villain, right? Yes, the villain that can take quarks. What was his name? All for One? Yes. Can't believe the Hero Society thinks he's dead. We went through the old footage cameras left from the battle that was still in the system. It's obvious he escaped. Although heavily injured, he's not dead. I also went smuggling into the UA security system. As you know, it was quite easy to get through that security, actually. They say it's the top security ever. But if 2 machines could get into it, guarantee any well-known hacker could get it right into their system. Yes. The prison has way more security than that. I guess they take full priority of keeping the prisoners inside. So let me guess, they have a super advanced firewall. Otherwise you wouldn't be sending me into the prison otherwise. Of course. So, is there anyone I should take out while I'm in there? No. Refrain from killing anyone. Just plant the device. Get out. Alright. I'll head out in 2 days? Then I'll head out in 2 days, then. We should go on patrol for now. You know, ever since we started doing our work, there have been less villains around here. Yes, because they know someone's taking them out. Every now and then, if they choose to surrender, we let them surrender. Yes. But they only surrender because they haven't seen us. That's right. They surrender while we've attacked in the shadows. Although it's hard to miss us. One, with your golden wings and all that. I admit, you're more made for the night. With your blue feathers, you can blend into the dark quite well. I'll take the compliment. You do need to calm down, though. Whatever. As she walks away. Still, should I apologize? Nah, she knows I'm just messing with her. As he walks to the cameras and is just going through them all. Hey, what's this? As he zooms into a very interesting cam into UA. As it was the same day that the press got into the school. Someone's in the files of UA. As he's just watching with the security cam. A hooded figure and a portal then opens up as he goes through it. Huh. So, you think you're smart? As he tries to zoom in on his face. Going through the security system. Not on file, eh? He's going through the database of Japan trying to figure out who this person is. Not on file. Oh well. I'll keep digging, but for now, I'll leave it at that. Now, what else is on? Is he just really just scrolling through the internet trying to find anything interesting? While Azumi is just outside. On top of the abandoned warehouse. Scanning the area. No. As she knows something out of the corner of her eye. Is a man chasing a girl. As she throws one of her iron feathers. Cutting the man's head clean off. As the kid runs around a corner. Not knowing the man had died. And just keeps running. Izumi just decides to follow her. Scanning. Girl. Note. Daughter of one of his Saikai's bosses. Name. Eri. What are you doing out here? As she's just following her from above. As she then just hides behind I want to say a dumpster. Yeah, hides behind a dumpster. As she looks out and doesn't see the man. As she flies down, "Is everything all right, girl?" As she looks up at her with fear. As Izumi extends her robotic arm out to her. As she is scared. "There's no need to be afraid." As she then transforms her arm a little bit to show a small, funny video for her to watch. "Watch this." As it plays something funny for her to watch as she feels comfortable. "What is your name?" "Name's Eri." "Eri. Interesting name." "Where's your parents?" As Eri says she doesn't have any parents. "It's not safe to be here. Come with me." As she takes Eri back to the hideout. As they walk in, as Eri sees Blue. "Who is that?" "That is Blue." "A friend of mine." As he turns around. "Who else is with you?" As he zooms in his vision, seeing Eri. "You brought a human here. You got a problem with that, Blue?" "No." As he gets up and goes out the door. As soon as he opened the door to leave the room, a bucket of cold ice water falls on him. And then now there's just a bucket on his head. "Okay, I get it. Now can you please fix my systems? With this water I can't move." As she just laughs. "I'll do it in an hour. Hope you've learned your lesson." As she picks up Eri and walks away. "Hey, don't leave me here! Don't leave me here!" As she takes Eri to a room that has a bed and lays her down. "You can stay here for a little bit, girl. Just behave." As Eri is soothed by Izumi. As her voice is really calming. As she pats her head. As Eri falls to sleep. "Now, to have some more fun." As she gets up and walks out. "Hey, are you there? Please fix my systems. Because of the water you dumped on me, I can't even move any other things except my mouth." "Oh, I know. But first," she pulls a marker out. As she removed the bucket from his head. "What's that for?" "This." As she draws a smiley face on his head. "And your system should reboot in exactly 5 hours, so in the morning." "No, you fix my systems now." "No." As she just taps him as he falls to the ground. "Enjoy your nap." As she walks away. I really need to learn not to make her mad. Well, anyway, might as well just shut down the systems for the night. As Blue goes to sleep because he can't move at all. As that's where I'm going to end it. I hope you all enjoyed part 2 of What If Female Deku Was a Robotic Bird. Now that one was a good one. That was a good part. Technology is not waterproof. And do one of you have a question of why I named a character Magic? Because I see someone saying Magic in the comment section. Oh, I enjoyed this one too. This was a good part. I enjoy these what if live streams. As I've got so many more planned. Yes, Eric will be more involved. In the next part, we'll go into overhaul and some other things as well. That's planned for next part. I may end up doing a magic video for like what if Deku had magic or something. But I think I'm gonna leave that for the What If Deku Villain Society first. Because magic is a concept that is going to be interesting topic. I've got plenty of videos, and it could be used for spooky month. Yes. As these live streams have been absolutely amazing. And wait, I just noticed the other person that's commenting, your name's Captain, right? Ooh, a Merlin What If Deku would be interesting. Or what if Merlin was in the time of My Hero? That would also make for an interesting idea. As more of these what ifs, I'm going to try to make some amazing thumbnails as well. As I will work on making an amazing thumbnail for the Merlin or the Magic. I'll definitely work. I just imagine this. Tell me what you think. Dr. Fate in the My Hero universe. Deku finding the helmet. I think that would be amazing. Well, it's good to have you join us on the live stream, Captain. Inkwell. As the next topic we're going to go on is, I really wanted to start this one. It's going to be the Easterlings. What if Deku was the king of the Easterlings? Now, I really hope you're liking these ideas, as I have so many more planned. And this is only the tip of the iceberg, because I've had so many ideas, so many things fill my head. And the gaming series I am doing, Rise of Atlantis. I will be doing What If Deku was probably from Atlantis, because I'm now doing that series, but that's for a later What If. Oh, we have another Splatoon fan. I just gotta say, Captain Inkwell, watch some of my Splatoon What Ifs, if you have not. I think I do a good job on them. Reverse Flash Deku. That is an idea. I do have what if Deku was Zoom on my list of what ifs to do. I actually don't have a what if Deku was a reversed Flash. So that's a very interesting one. Although I do have plenty of what ifs. And yes, I admit he's an amazing villain. Oh, and if you want me to do Splatoon what ifs, I will definitely do my best. As Splatoon is just very something I like to do. Mr. Freeze, I've actually thought of that one. That one seems like a very cool idea. Very chillin', if you get my drift. I've watched that movie. It's very solid, very solid. Like it. Oh, now, is there anything else you want to talk to me about before we get on to what if Deku was the king of the Easterlings? Oh, I can do a Clayface. Trust me. Fun fact: Clayface. What if Deku? I thought of that long ago. So, I've got a good storyline for that one. Cold to the bone. Pretty funny. No, we should not make the rest of this live stream made out of jokes. Although they're funny. Is I also need to make a few more what ifs to do today. These, and I'll tell you the inspiration for this particular what if. I was watching The Lord of the Rings recently. So this idea came to mind, and since y'all are already here, and I already technically showed this in the last part, or the last live stream, before we start this, I had made this as well. What if Deku was an orc? This also takes place in the Lord of the Rings universe. Or might take place in the My Hero universe, actually. Still making up my mind on the story. This one will not be out until a little bit later in the month. But the trailer and all for that, Lord of the Rings is fire. I'm about to say, if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, and you have not seen the movies, please watch the movies. They are fire. They are so good. The Easterlings were a side. They sided with Sauron. And they felt like they were barely used. And I always found them as an interesting faction. Because I loved their design. They had a very cool design. Yes, meat is back on the menu. That is a classic line from Lord of the Rings. And I had even made, so if I can just skip this, where is it? Here we go. Here are some more images I had made for this what if. Again, if you want to send me an image you would like to see in a what if or anything, just link it down below. Just make sure it's royalty free. That's free to use image. I like using those. Yeah, I can tell you're a Lord of the Rings fan, Captain. I'm just gonna be calling you Captain for some reason. But yes, I can tell you don't know really anything about Lord of the Rings. But you'll learn some information when I get it started into the what if. I'll go over some things. I'm not gonna go in a whole lot of things for certain reasons. There are a lot of films. There's also an extended version of the series where they have it's a lot longer. But I think it's more interesting to watch that one because you get a lot more battles, a lot more things you didn't see in the original. Yeah, that is really an interesting name. I can tell where you got Inkwell from. I think you got it from Splatoon, didn't you? If I had to guess. Oh, I've done some research on Lord of the Rings too. Although, I like to do made-up battles. And if I can... And maybe in the future, I will do a Total War modded Lord of the Rings mod. That's for future. Oh, did you just bring up The Hobbit? Oh, The Hobbit. No, man, now you're making me think. What if Frodo Baggins was in the My Hero universe? Actually, that would make for an interesting idea. That's an interesting one. I need to write that down. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get started here. Welcome to What If Deku was King of the Easterlings. We start off. Deku's father, who had served in the War with Saruman, at the Battle of Osgiliath, had died with his army there trying to invade Osgiliath, leaving Deku to take the throne as his only heir to the Easterlings, but with his army in shambles. With only having 300 cavalry, 200 spears, 200 archers, 100 swordsmen, and 100 axemen. That was all left of his army. Deku had ordered his cavalry to constantly go around the borders as a security, as they would travel to protect the land. And his army was very low, so people would like to attack the Easterlings as their army was not as good, as they were low on numbers. Deku is meeting with the only generals he has left, which are two. One is Silver, as he has silver armor, leader of the Silver Guard, which is a unit of swordsmen. There's also the Gold Swordsman, but he does not have any of those remaining, as they were all taken to the battlefield. And we have the leader of the cavalry, which was called Horn because of his armor. He had a pair of horns on his helmet. As he walks into the meeting room, where Silver is waiting, There's a round table with a map of his land. Where's Horn? Sorry, sir, but Horn is currently on an expedition around making sure our borders are secure. Thank you for the information. What about the orcs? The orcs have been settled. We've dealt with any coming into the land. Gondor may try something, though, as we are enemies with them. I see. What about Haradrim? They've seemed to be neutral. They don't really care of our actions. Good. We don't have to worry about them, then. With Sauron's defeat, all our allies have crumbled. What should we do, sir? Gather as many troops as you can. Gondor may come for us, but it may be a bit. We need to raise our army up. Who knows when the next attack is? Yes, sir. Also, any report on the other kingdoms? Haradrim has gone back to their lands. We've not heard or seen anything from them since the battle of Osgiliath. Alright. What about the remaining grouped up orcs? I believe they're somewhere in the mountains. That's all I know, sir. Alright. Any other information you can tell me? Rohan has gathered quite a force. Although it seems that they've been hunting down some other enemies or allies of ours. Leaving with us nothing but some remaining pirates. Alright. How many men can you gather within a week? If I'm going through the land, maybe 1,000. But we're so low on forces ever since the battle. He took pretty much everybody. Have them gather at this location. What, the abandoned temple? Sir, it's just ruins. There's not a roof or anything over it anymore. I know. Gather a decent force, head there. It will be your training ground, where you'll be training the new recruits. Thank you, sir. I will not fail you. Have you heard of anything from Horn? He should be arriving within the hour. As an archer enters the room. Sir! Yes. I've got some terrible news. What is it? The pirates have fallen to Gondor. What? It seems Gondor is going to the neighbors of our allies, and is taking them out. First it's the pirates. They may come for us next. Or Haradrim. This is bad. We need to prepare a force. When do you think they'll attack? My estimate. The pirates is quite far away. It will take at least a month to get the forces here. Correction, we're going to need more than 1,000 within a month. I'll do my best, sir. Go to neighboring villages. Spread your search as far as you can. We need as many forces as possible. Call in the Witchers if need be. But sir, the Witchers only serve Sauron. I said bring them in. I'll talk to them myself. If I need to meet them, I'll meet them. Yes, sir. How much cav have you brought? As he's asking the archer. You mean the remaining cav we had rounded up? We had rounded up another 200 cavalry of horses. Good. That leaves for 200 more cavalry. Question. Do research around the area where Gondor will be coming at. Yes, sir. Maybe I should be thinking of allying with the orcs. Maybe giving them a trade. They could help us out. That's the only thing I can think of. It's unlikely, sir. The orcs have been on their own for quite a while. They'll most likely attack us. We don't really have much options. Gondor will be coming for us sooner or later. We may have to end up setting an ambush. If that fails, they'll most likely come after our training area that we'll be setting up. It's also royal ground, so we can't just leave it undefended. Fair point, sir. And if that should fail as well, we retreat to the capital. And we hold to the last man. Of course, sir. As Horn arrives, I've been summoned, my lord. As he kneels, rise. I've heard you had 300 men surrounding the border as told, right? Yes, sir, although the numbers have increased within the past few days. How many? Well, I've managed to recruit another 50 horsemen. And we have some volunteers for military matters. Infantry. Okay, how many? 200 brave souls, my lord. That's quite a lot. Who are they? They were men that served Sauron. The Dunlendings, I believe. Interesting. Last I heard of, Gondor went after them quite a while ago. Yes, but apparently they had survived. Rohan tried to destroy what was left of their people, but some managed to sneak into our land. And I offered them a deal. If the men join our army, the women and children can have their own town, with a few individuals to guide them, of course. That is a fair trade. They may have a village in the north. They can create a village there. It's also far away from where Gondor will be entering, most likely. They may attack our port. Not likely. If I know anything, they do not attack our trade. It'll take longer for their boats to reach us anyway than their infantry. I also heard earlier from one of the passing by guards is you were going to talk with the Witchers. Yes. If I remember correctly, they have the ability of fire. Yes, they served Sauron quite a while back. They also helped my father in a battle. So I wish to negotiate with them. Last I heard of them, they had orcs doing their bidding. Yes. That's why we're going to meet with these orcs. As well. Alright. But just letting you know. If things shall go south, we'll slaughter them. Let's just hope things don't go that way. Both of you are dismissed. Yes, sir. As Silver and Horn leave. Even though the war with Sauron is over, the war against his allies has not yet come to an end. Time to go to the vault. As he starts walking down a set of staircase through a hidden passage where there's a tomb. As he pulls out his sword, as he goes to a wall, as he breaks a hidden place, as he picks up something. The ring given to the Easterlings by Sauron himself. as he makes it into a necklace and wears it. They may have taken out every other ring, but he sent a ring to us Easterlings, and we buried it with the first that served Saruman. We may need to use its power to get out of this situation, but it's used for last resort. As he gets up and out from the tomb of the secret passage, as one of his secretaries, one of the people, governors, that's what I was thinking of, comes to Deku. Sir. Yes. I heard you were going to meet with the Witchers. Yes. Prepare me a horse. A horse has already been prepared. What will happen when you meet with them? They will side with us. If not, then we're not going to fall today. If need to, round up every civilian and take them over to Harad. But sir, if the ambush does not work, and we cannot hold the sacred ground, you have orders to take every civilian over to Harad. There are only allies right now. The orcs cannot be trusted with our people. As you wish, sir. So just let them know they should have things prepared to move if things go south. It'll be done. As he gets on his horse, as his two generals are by his side. Let's go meet with some orcs. As they ride over and they're heading to the mountains. We go over to the generals of Gondor. How much longer until we reach the Easterlings? They're quite far away. It took them like months to reach Osgiliath. They were quite far away, as well as Harad. Why don't we go after Harad? Question, would you rather deal with some golden armor people? Or do you rather deal with some elephants the size of walls? As he's talking to a newer general. I'll take the people in gold. Good choice. How long until we arrive? By debating about, one of the scouts says, about a month, sir. Nothing that we can do? Unfortunately not. Fine. As they just march. As now we go to Deku and his generals. As they approach a mountain, as it's dark, with a lot of spiky rocks. As they're walking on a path, him, 2 generals, and about 10 guards. As they approach, as they see a wall. This is where they live, correct? Yes, sir. As we can see some orcs on the wall. Who goes there? The king of the Easterlings. I wish to talk with your masters. The Witchers. The Witchers don't talk to no one. They only serve Saruman. Leave, or you'll be the one on the menu. As one of the archers pulls his bow. What do you think you're doing? As the orc looks over. They're Easterlings. As he pulls his hand out, and as the orc goes up in flames. Ah! As he just falls off the wall and hits the ground. Welcome, King of the Easterlings. I've been expecting you. Open the gate. As some other orcs open the gate. As they walk in. As they go to a meeting room where there's about 2 Witchers. Witchers, I've come to meet with you. Where's the rest of you? Truth be told, there's about 100 of us. But we're only allowed to leave in groups. As you know, as we've been divided. So a lot of us are separated right now. I wish an alliance. And why is that? Because Gondor is out for us. You think he's just gonna stop? He's already taken out our pirate ally. He's taken out most of the orcs. Although he can't take them out, there's just too many of them. I understand that. But they will come for you after they're done with us. You're the second closest ally to Sauron near here. Then they'll move on to Harad. I'm aware of that. To me, it doesn't look like you have a choice. We'll help you within this endeavor. Expect a team of Witchers to help you. Thank you for your support. I will also rally around 300 orcs to help you as well. That's the most I can do within the time frame. Most likely, at least. Thank you for your assistance. No problem. We'll ambush Gondor here, at the mountain pass. We let them through, and if we can cause a collapse, we can cut the army in half. Half being stuck in the canyon, the other half on the other side. It would at least delay Gondor. A fine strategy. Because if you cut off their only passage to the cave, or through the mountain, it would take them days to have to climb over the mountain. At least giving you some more time to strategize or gather forces. Smart move. It's also the quickest path through here to get to the Easterlings. Or else they had to go a long way around. That is true. You've been strategizing. Of course, you can't be a king without knowing your land. Fine words. I gotta say, out of all the Easterlings, you're probably the most that has done his research. Of course. We've been loyal to Saruman for years. Have you not seen the statue of him? And yes, I believe in the lore of Lord of the Rings. The Easterlings have a statue of Saruman somewhere in their land. He may be gone, but his memory of him shall not fade. That I must agree to. Even if he's gone, that doesn't mean his forces will crumble as such. What about that white wizard? You mean the one that worked for Saruman? Yes. For what I know, he tried to take a rebellion to the hobbits. Gathered what orcs he could, and tried to go for the Shire. My guess is he perished there, didn't he? Yes, it seems that the Shire was just too much for him. Although, there might have been backup there as well, who knows? We could have had his aide here, and he had to get himself killed. A fool he is. I gotta say, he was more stubborn than I thought. Is there any other people or allies I can talk to nearby? Actually, there is a creature you could also include into your plan. What are you talking about? You know, there are several creatures around. thing is, there are some spiders further up. In the mountains. You could use them. How do you suggest that? Lure them down. No. Actually, instead of luring them down, why don't we lure Gondor up? And how do you suggest that? Oh, you will know what I'm thinking later. Anyway, thank you for agreeing to this alliance. No problem. As he leaves. It seems the meeting went well, sir. Yes, they have agreed to help. That's good. Should we ask Harad? No. They're probably in trouble as we are. So let's go before any more appears. As they go down the mountain, and they go back, as they fall back to the capital to discuss more matters. But on the way back, he looks at the ring that belonged to the Easterling's first king, that was made by Saruman. Every ring that was made by Saruman held power. Hopefully this power can help us in this war. And that's where I end part 1 of What If Deku was the king of the Easterlings. I hope you all enjoyed, and make sure to like and subscribe. Wow, that was a great one! I wasn't expecting to go that far into it. But the Witchers... So, I wanted to give you all some things. So, you know Saruman gave the rings. So, it never went into detail when any of the Nazgul died. Because we know they died, or some of them died. Well, I wanted to say one of the Easterling Nazgul had died. Some time ago, I want to say in the early stages of when they were set on fire, that one died. For just sake of the lore. And they brought it back. There was no remains of it. Brought back the ring and hid it. Just gonna say that, okay? And Deku grabbed the ring. So in that way, in a way, you could say Saruman's some of his power is still alive, because not all the rings were destroyed. Because all the Nazgul of the... Can't believe it. I think there was 9 rings for the human realm. And this video is going to be released on my channel as... I've already given you hints of plans that are going into this What If. And I gotta say, this What If is probably going to be, or I hope is going to be one of my most viewed. Because if you don't look at this thumbnail and say, I'm gonna watch this, because it's a sick thumbnail. It's also very interesting. And maybe in the future, in a Total War game, I'll reenact some battles. That's just a maybe, though, if I can ever do it. And Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit were just my favorite things to watch as a kid. I can remember now just sitting back and just watching the movies. Smeagol, that's who you're thinking of. My precious. Smeagol. At first, I had watched Lord of the Rings before I even knew The Hobbit existed. Until I found out I had the movie. And then I watched The Hobbit. And let's just say, I enjoyed it so much I watched it about 2 more times before I got over it. Ooh, what if Deku was... What if Deku was a dwarf? That could be a what if I could do. Lord of the Rings what ifs are coming onto my mind. I've got so many what ifs to do, so many what ifs I want to do. As when I drop this, it's probably going to be within next month before this actually comes, or not next month, next week. Why do I keep saying next month? Star Trek? Yeah, I've watched some Star Trek. Lord of the Rings is the second. Have I gone in detail with Star Trek before? I haven't watched Star Trek a lot. I don't actually think it's one of the movies I haven't watched that many. I've watched a lot of movies. That's just not one I've watched too often. As Lord of the Rings, you're going to see several ideas, and you may actually see me come back to these for what if Deku was an Easterling in the My Hero universe. I may come back, do a remake, and Deku will be in the My Hero universe. But that's probably a maybe. Depending on how this goes, this may just keep as it is. And who knows? I may have foreshadowed something within part 1 that may come in part 2, 3, or whatever. Ooh. That's a valid question. I think it comes down to the lore. Again, I couldn't tell you. I would have to go through. I mean, I'm a fan of a lot of movies. Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. Yeah. Fans of all those. Five Night Funk. Oh yeah, that game. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Actually, I'm gonna tell you this. One of those characters, I had made I've actually have it, if I can find it. I have actually planned to do a what if on that. Not gonna lie. I have a character I've planned to do. Wait, what? You don't cancel stuff. Or, well, it depends. They could have canceled it for a reason. One is probably to make the mod better, or they had some problems. Or something went wrong and they had to shut it down. You're talking about lore heavy, eh? Let's see, we got Star Wars, we got Lord of the Rings, we got Star Trek. What else? There's plenty of other things that are lore heavy. Oh, I can understand when it comes to lore. And honestly, I think I'm going to do some digging within some Easterling history or of the books or something like that. And I may add it in, or I'll say details of it into the video. of next part. So, look, we're just contemplating ideas here. Stuff for ideas I'm going to do, or a lot of ideas I plan to do. Oh, you bring up the battleship of Bismarck. Oh, I am definitely gonna have to think on that one. What if Deku was the captain of the Bismarck? Oh. I'm just gonna say. Y'all have actually brought up several ideas I haven't thought of, and ideas I have thought of. Honestly, haven't had this much of a laugh in a while. Okay. Sandman Deku. I have thought of that one actually. I actually had made a scenario. Not on my channel, but I had made a scenario of what if Deku was Sandman. A long time ago. I don't know if I still have that scenario, but that one was one of my original ideas. But I ended up thinking of another idea. What if Deku had a mud quark? And I kind of went a little bit over a bit when I thought when Deku had made a mud dragon to terrify and also trap all the heroes inside. That was a scenario I had made up a long time ago. Not on this channel, or not on any channel, but I had made it up. And it was a solid idea. Ooh, I've actually forgot what SCP that was. Again, the horror what ifs Deku like an SCP or orcs probably or any horror type I'm going to save for the month of Halloween. That will be on Halloween most likely. Actually, I had a comment. What? Let me look at this. Don't think I found it. I couldn't find it. Oh well. Well, someone had suggested a idea about Pokemon, but I could not do it for a reason. I couldn't tell what the Pokemon actually looked like. It was like pixelated and all that. I couldn't make it out. So I asked for more details and they just never responded. I can't do an idea if I know very little about it. Now I'm gonna try to set up a Discord for anyone that wants to join me on gaming. I may try to do that, depending if it will work out or not. If that's something y'all would be interested in. I don't know when the next live stream will be. Ooh, that one is a good idea. That is an interesting idea. But I had an idea of a what if long ago. I had gotten from an idea from somewhere where I believe Deku was believe it or not, Lex Luthor's daughter. I thought of an idea for that, and if y'all want to see what if Deku was Lex Luthor's daughter or had some sort of power, and Lex Luthor happens to be her dad, let me know. Y'all are pointing out a lot of good things I could do. What if Deku was born in the year 2502? I actually don't know if I'm going to do that one. Because the time would change. I don't really know anything about that. Now, I'm thinking about doing some what ifs of plenty of other stuff. FNF. I've got at least two on my mind I'm gonna do characters for What If Deku. Definitely gonna do. Maybe a third. Not sure. Oh yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure what to choose. Oh, what if female Deku was Mommy Longlegs? I've been waiting for someone to mention a what if Deku or female Deku for another one. I wanted to do one, but no one was posting an idea. And if you don't want to see a certain one, I'm not really gonna make a thumbnail for it. Although, I am doing another Probably Playtimes one because that video, my first video ever to get over 1,000 views. Thank y'all. Oh, as in like Shigaraki? Honestly, Shigaraki is a misguided character. He's just misguided. He had a bad past. Is Miss Daylight from Poppy Playtime Chapter 3? I think I know who you're talking about. I like taking these brief pauses just to talk to y'all. Oh, Donald Duck. Actually, I think that would be hilarious. Doing a Donald Duck. What was the... Oh, if it was the Chica and... What if Emo Deku was the Chica and summoned by Mina? That's a good one. That's a good one. Marina? From Side Order? Oh. Ooh. Splatoon 3 Side Order, right? I have come up with the Captain Cold idea before. Not as good as my Mr. Freeze idea, but yeah. I've come up with an idea for Captain Cold. Right now, I'm not doing any DC right now, though. So I think the next one will go off of it because people love this one, love this series like no tomorrow. It's the Snowdrop. I don't know why. Y'all absolutely love this one. It's a really good idea, and honestly, I love it. And I'm gonna come up with more ideas, more what ifs like this. What if Deku was Taskmaster? I've come up with a scenario for that as well. Again, so many ideas I'd like to do. But you gotta realize, over the summer, I will have so many ideas, and there will be so many more live streams. I'm telling you, there will be so many more live streams for over the summer. Okay. That's there. Oh, honestly, I've also made up a scenario for that long ago. Because I had made a scenario for this. Nightmare, Luna, the shape-shifting one from My Little Pony. I'd come up with a scenario for that one. I'd come up a scenario for, I think it's Violet. It was the one unicorn, I believe, that was always doing the what, raps? Or, no, it wasn't raps. The beats. It was the character that really never talked in My Little Pony. And I really appreciate y'all coming and watching these live streams. As it's been a little bit hard doing some of these live streams, and I enjoy y'all coming to watch it. If y'all watched the one earlier today, my first ever crashing a game happened. Ooh, never happened before. Oh, and I'm happy to say, we're only 30 subscribers away from the Vanny What If. We're only 30. Oh, what if Deku was the Gate Guardian? I had never thought of that one. Ooh, y'all bring up some good points. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that one. For one, that one's just gonna be a little bit too awkward. And I would prefer not to do that one. Trying to come up with people and all that. And you're mentioning fan art, right? There are some like apps where you can draw on or something. I don't remember how. You have to do your own research on that. As myself, I don't really draw. I put together stuff. What if Deku, or what female Deku was a rogue X-Men? I never heard that one. Actually, that may come up for a good idea. Man, y'all are pulling out all very good ideas that I need to do. Or most likely will do in the future, at least. I was coming to look at one. I think that one's for feature down the road. Oh, as a Rogue is a character? Oh, that's right, there was someone named Rogue. Oh, yeah. Been a while since I've watched X-Men. If you made fan art for like a certain what if you'll do, I will most likely use it. As probably use it anyway. As I'm thinking of some ideas, and honestly, I admit some of these absolute images I found are absolutely great. Love using them. As the next what if I will be doing on this live stream is what if female Deku was Snowdrop part 3, because part 1 already has almost 300 views, and yeah. Oh, I remember who she is. I know who she is. Rogue. Hey, let me know if you want to hear what if Deku was Saruman. Like, I will have to go deep into lore and all that for Lord of the Rings. Or I could actually do something else for Lord of the Rings, which I'm not going to tell, because if I end up doing it, I want to be a surprise. What was that one for? What was that comment? Yeah. Like, I admit, doing these what ifs, I just wanted to do ideas no one has thought of before. Lord of the Rings, My Little Pony, Splatoon. There's some out there, but none like mine. Okay, let me look that up. I don't think I know that character. Oh, it's a bird. Okay, interesting. And afraid of a flamingo. So I will say, I may end up doing a whole lot more what ifs today, as I've actually have a whole lot more time today. Now, if y'all remember, if you're a frequent watcher of my channel, I know one person is. Hopefully, you can watch more of my live streams too, Captain. I don't know why, I just like calling you Captain. But feel free to watch several of my what ifs, my streams, and some of my gameplay too. As it's coming closer to a year of my channel, actually. I think a few months away, and then bam, 1 full year I've been doing YouTube. And I had made, you know, when you're like that new person doing YouTube and you're like hesitant for some things, you don't want to fully commit, but you want to get videos out there. When it came to October, I believed I had started committing more on videos, because I wanted to grow this channel. I wanted to make more videos. I wanted to do stuff. And I'm glad I did. My channel has grown because of it. People have been enjoying the ideas. I've met friends along the way. And I'm happy about that. And I plan to make more. I plan to do more. If I do a flamingo, what if Deku? Probably a female one. It's just gonna be for the memes. I'm telling you, I'm going full crazy for that one. Gladius? No, that's not Gladius. It's, what was it? Okay. Oh! It's one of Warhammer. Okay. I don't really dig into Warhammer that much. Interesting idea. I'll say that. If I do end up doing it, I'm gonna have to do my research. Let me know if you want to hear me doing what ifs in other universes. Different characters. I may end up doing that, or at least it's a plan to for future videos. Because, honestly, thinking of this, some of these videos can be unhinged and absolutely crazy but funny, and some of them can be just serious. But I do it for the laughs. Some of these videos make myself laugh when I come back and listen to it. It's absolutely hilarious. Now, if you want to see a Herodrum for Lord of the Rings, what if Deku was the king of Herodrum, or led the Herodrum people, or the Dunlendings, which is a faction, I believe, in Lord of the Rings? I will definitely do so, but I went looking for, because I want to do a Herodrum thumbnail. I wanted to make one. Surprisingly, there's not, or I really have to go searching for that. Well, I'm happy y'all have seen this channel too. Whoa. Actually, that one would be, what if Mina was Black Widow is an interesting concept I could do. The one problem, do you see Mina as the typical character for this? Oh, and welcome to the live stream. So we've been talking about what ifs ideas, and I've done 2 what if parts. What if Deku was the robotic bird, part 2, and what if Deku was an Easterling. And yes, some madness is happening, as we're coming up with ideas and all that for future videos, future thumbnails and all that. Glad you could join, though. we do have, wait, what else did I have? Oh, yes, since you've reached me a quarter till for, Vanny, I will be showing you the thumbnail I have prepared. Thumbnail is, I think, a very good thumbnail. It was actually really hard to find a decent picture, believe it or not. But I managed to find one, and I think I prefer this one over the rest. Well, bye. Oh, your name stands for, like, moon now. Okay. Yes, one bad day could change Mina completely. I totally agree. That I could do that. As future video ideas, this is a lot, and some of which you've mentioned a few of mine actually, and I gotta say, y'all making straight guesses and finding quite a few of my ideas is actually pretty funny, in my opinion. There will be a lot of quite a lot more live streams in April. I'll say that much. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Captain, you're on a roll of what ideas I have come up with. I don't know if I'll make it a rival of Mina. Or, no, not Mina, Mirko. Because I have especially made something planned for that one. That one was going to be a surprise video. For when I reached 200 subscribers. But you're on a roll, I gotta say. You're finding a lot of ideas I've already come up with and contemplated for what ifs I'm going to do. Yep. I can see your name. Mizuki, right? Yeah. So, Captain, I had just talked about this last week for for the idea of a big bang with a friend of mine. And it was off a character from the Big Bang. And truth be told, Sheldon, if you know who I'm talking about. Oh, that would be probably my most funniest and just the enemies would just like, nope, I'm out. As soon as they saw Sheldon. Or Deku as Sheldon. Bakugo would walk in and like, nope, I'm out. uh Ooh. Question, is that from FNAF? Again, you're hitting spot on, Captain, of several of ideas I've come up with. Actually, I have not come up with the female Deku was protecting Bakugo. Okay, I admit, I didn't come up with that. I had a different scenario in mind. We probably should get on to this next what if. Ooh. Yeah, Sheldon Cooper. Anyway, probably another minute or two, and I'll get started on this next part of What If Female Deku Was Snowdrop. And I may end up making another thumbnail while y'all are here. Also, if I did make a What If Deku Was Sheldon, it would probably be like 10 minutes long, to be honest. I don't think I could just sit there and be a Sheldon for an hour. It's probably gonna be my shortest series. It's just gonna be one part. One part. Because I'm not gonna go full on Sheldon for a selective amount of episodes or parts, to be honest. I admit, you've uncovered so many ideas I have come up with. I am impressed. Like, you've managed to guess so many ideas I have written down. It's just funny. I was about to say, were you about to pull Shredder out next? I have to ask, if you were gonna pull Shredder out next, I'm gonna be laughing. I actually haven't thought of the Sherlock Holmes. Honestly, 1800 Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see what you're doing, Mizuki. Uh, the reverse scenario where Bakugo is being bullied by Deku. Actually, that would actually make for an interesting. What if the roles were reversed? That would make for an interesting one. But then again, it would technically just be canon, just characters in different places. I don't know if I'm gonna do that one. Again, y'all are on a roll. There's just so many ideas I could do. In fact, a lot of these ideas may show up in future videos. As there's just so many ideas, so many what ifs that are going to keep me busy. But I can guarantee you this, over the summer, you'll get a lot of these what ifs. I can promise you that. As I plan to be very active over the summer. A lot of live streams. I think we've wasted about enough time on talking right now. I say we do another part. Wouldn't y'all agree? Okay, are we ready? To start another part of what female Deku was, Snowdrop. We'll get started in just a minute. Alright, let's get started. Welcome back to What a Female Deku was Snowdrop Part 3. Last where we left off, Snowdrop had a necklace placed on her. Her eyes turned red as a dragon, an ice dragon, appeared in front of her. Now listen to me, girl. You will work for me now, and you'll retrieve my diamond heart. Do you understand? Yes, master. Good. I want you to send a snowstorm across Japan. We'll rat out the person that has my diamond heart. As you wish. As she conjures up her quirk, as she manages to send a huge snowstorm all across Japan. Or the My Hero, where My Hero is located. As the heroes and citizens are confused, as it's not summer, or it's not winter, yet snow is falling. As a huge snowstorm is. Now we must find the person. As the heroes all gather around to try to figure out what's happening. As they go to the Hero Safety Commission. As they're all in a meeting. As Aizawa starts questioning them. Why did you take her? Why didn't you just let her go? Aizawa said. She has a powerful ice quirk and she must be taken. Why would... But because you did something like this, she's now caused the entire storm across... snowstorm across Japan. I understand that, but we'll deal with it. We have Endeavor to help. With this help, we'll be able to take down her. And then she'll be back into the custody of the Hero Safety Commission. No, she won't. This problem started because y'all didn't let her go. She did nothing illegal. Listen, she's a powerful ice quirk and needs to be watched. And with the rightful hands, she can be turned. I see what's going on. You're just trying to make her another one of your heroes that you control. I see where you're getting at. Okay, calm down, Nezu says. For now, let's not focus on the matter. We must focus on her to stop her quirk, as it's only getting heavier outside. As the snow is falling. As she's using her wings and just flying next to the ice dragon. Not in this area of Japan. Use your quirk, make it even deeper in snow here. That way we know it's not here. Of course. As the area gets covered with more ice, as the buildings are surrounded in ice, trapping the people inside. On to the next area. As the dragon can feel when he's close to his diamond heart. Where is it? For a sheer moment, one of her eyes changes from the red to blue. Ugh. My head. As the dragon notices, as he fuses more of his power into the necklace, as her eyes turn completely red again. Focus. Transform into your Pegasus form. Your powers are greatly increased. Yes, sir. As she transforms into her Pegasus form. As they start going over places faster. As the heroes show up. Stop right there. We don't have time for this. Get out of our way. As they're looking, Aizawa looks at them. You two are under arrest for causing damage and freezing the entirety of Japan. That doesn't matter. Leave, or else there will be consequences. Great consequences. Y'all will be the ones in the ice. As All Might rushes in, as the dragon uses its tail to send him flying away. As he hits the wall, Mirko and several other heroes go after them, as Snowdrop is just there in the air, just watching. Don't just stand there, freeze them. Of course. As she moves her wings and sends a very cold chill down through the air. As Hawks was going towards her, he then gets encased in ice and is falling. Luckily, Best Genius manages to catch him before he hits the ground, shattering. If he would have hit the ground, he would have shattered like a glass. He would shatter like glass. As Aizawa uses his quirk on her. As the dragon notices, and then breathes icy fire, freezing anyone in the blast. Aizawa and a few other heroes manage to stop. As Aizawa manages to see something on her neck. Let's keep moving. As they fly away. As they're heading towards a place close to All for One in the League of Villains. They're not here. Freeze it! Yes, sir. as she freezes another part of Japan. To the next, as they continue flying. As we can see, Izumi is physically exhausted. Don't just go that slow, speed up the pace. Yes, sir. As she is trying to go as fast as she can to keep up with him. It has to be near here. It's the only place we haven't looked yet. As then his scales start to glow. Yes, it's somewhere here. Sir, can I release my quirk? No, keep it going. As you wish, sir. Here. As he breaks the roof, revealing the LV's hideout. Ah, there you are, the person that has my heart. As All For One apparently had the dragon's diamond heart that was giving him power. As All For One and the League of Villains look at him. And who may you be? The owner of that diamond heart you have. And now return it, or you will be iced. I'm sorry, but this thing gives me immense power. As Dobby uses his flames, sending at the dragon, but has no effect. As he shoots out his ice at them, freezing most of the LV, but Dobby and a few others manage to dodge. As he moves his head, as he sees Snowdrop sitting in the sky, really sweating. Kind of looks like she's about to pass out. As All For One is fighting the ice dragon, as Snowdrop's just watching. As he speaks with her telepathically. Grab my heart. Yes, as she says weakly. As she flies over. Past freezing the Nomu guarding it. Grabbing the diamond heart and flying up and away. As All For One and the dragon keep on fighting while Izumi has disappeared. Dobby definitely knows something off with her, as her eyes were red, and she never wore a necklace before. Something's not right here. Why is she doing this? As he tries to follow her, but she just vanishes. About an hour later, after the confrontation, the dragon decides to leave. Both him and All For One weakened. I need my heart. As he orders the Nomu to find Izumi and stop the dragon from getting the diamond heart. Where are you? As he's following the direction where his heart is at. As he finally reaches it. There you are. As he starts going through snow. Until he finds Izumi holding the diamond heart under several feet of snow. As her quirk is still active even though she's passed out. I better take you with me. You're probably the only person that's a threat to me. As he picks up Izumi and takes her away. As the heroes arrive and they're being chased by Nomu. They worry, or no, they don't worry. we go to Dobby, who's also trying to find them. And the heroes, where Aizawa and them are trying to find them as they're defrosting Hawks. Well, Hawks, you managed to become a birdsicle. Don't you dare tell anyone about this. Or else I will make you a bunnysicle. Referring to, you know. Mirko. Referred as a bicycle. As that we go back to where Izumi and the dragon are at. As they decide to rest. Or he decides to rest. While Izumi is still holding on to his heart for now. I'll regain my strength and reattach my heart after I get some sleep. As he decides to sleep as well. As Izumi wakes up, although still with the red eyes, the necklace is now started to fuse into her skin. As apparently it grows stronger the longer it's on. What is happening? As part of her consciousness is still there, but not there at the same time. As she's just wandering around the room, trying to figure a way of what's happening, what seems to be the problem. As she's exhausted still, but doesn't really know what the problem is. It might be because her quirk is constantly being active, or it could be something else. I think something more evil's going to occur. As then somebody appears in front of her. Hello, ma'am. It seems you're now infused with that necklace. Are you prepared for the eternal ice and the freezing of the world? The eternal freeze will come upon us. Yes, the eternal freeze. I remember it now. And that's where I'm going to end part 3 of What If Deku Was Snowdrop. Ooh, that one was a good part. Make sure to like and subscribe. Oh, that video is coming out next week, and I am going to look forward to it. Now, if you're wondering who that mysterious person was, you're just going to have to wait until the next part, I'm afraid. As I like adding images to some of my thumbnails every now and then, giving it new stuff. Did y'all like the concept of the diamond heart and the dragon? I thought it would be a nice nice switch of pace, because I had two ideas for this sun drop, or not sun drop, snow drop, and I decided to add them into one, which one being the necklace, one being the dragon. My worst weakness. uh And this is going to be continued. I am definitely coming off part 4 soon. Definitely, probably next live stream. The Mangle series. Oh, I'm still gonna do another one. Just be prepared for that. Season 2 may come out over the summer. Again. I'm going to be looking, and I will make a thumbnail probably while we're on here. I know one of you is gonna like it because you mentioned something about it earlier. If you can guess what the topic's on, I'll let you come up with probably another thumbnail I'll make. The new villain side, yeah. I love making the villain. Well, I really love... Most of these have been villain ideas. To be honest, I just love doing them, to be honest. I may have to switch it up. I may do a hero one. Okay. Again, if you can guess this thumbnail I'm about to make, I'll make a thumbnail off your idea for the next one. If you can guess it, though. I'm just gonna say, Captain did not bring up this. You actually brought it up, Mitsuki. Because I had come up with an idea off of one of the things you said. It wasn't Captain's idea this time. It's actually something you mentioned. And it's an idea I came up with and scripted a little bit a long time ago. Yeah, a lot of these ideas. In fact, y'all won't know what this is, but you're gonna see a blank screen for a minute. If y'all can guess it, Alright. Again, I want to see if y'all can guess it. I'm going to give you a few more minutes before I actually pull up the images to make the thumbnail. And guaranteed it's going to blow your mind. Oh, Captain, you're like, you know, you could just go back and read. And I'm like, you had mentioned it more than once, by the way, of the series it's in. The characters from, at least. That's a hint. That is a hint. Yep. You're right. It's from the verse. It's from the verse. Time to pull it up. I don't remember if many people know this, but I'm a big fan of this character from the verse. It's NFF or Five Night Funkin'. FNAF Fanny is coming out when I reach 150 subscribers. Okay, it's not okay. I don't think Captain knows what we're talking about, but it's from Five Night Funkin'. It's actually a character I had watched and or had watched and seen, and someone made an amazing animation fight off him, and I decided to do my own thing on him, where I had actually come up with a decent storyline. Debating if I actually do the video today, but this one is. I figured you would be asking for the one of the FNM videos I'm planning to do anyway. So, here we go. I don't usually make thumbnails while I am on a live stream or recording, but here's one for y'all. This will... Ooh, this is gonna be, I think, one of my better ones I'm gonna do. Because I remember how exactly I'm gonna do this. And this is a vigilante. This is a vigilante one. Although most people are gonna call him a villain. Because of the plot I have for him. So many things to do, so many what ifs. And you all can tell I've been hard at work at making these, hard at work at trying to get them out, and keeping up with gameplay. And this year, I promised you I'd get a lot of what ifs out, and I think I've released more what ifs out now than I did last year, which is quite impressive. And next live stream, which I don't know when the next live stream is going to be. I'm not ending the live stream just yet, but the next live stream, there will be more. There will be more thumbnails added. I will probably be ending 1 or 2 series, maybe. But definitely be in store, as stuff like this is going to be coming to my channel. As all these are memories and stuff I'm going to be doing. Every one of these thumbnails is going to be a memory of something I have done this year. And I don't know if y'all are going to be able to be around for this. I'm going to have a recap video of me listening to my what ifs this year, probably during the summer, to where you'll be seeing me react to my own what ifs. You won't actually see me, but you'll hear me. I'll be watching my own what ifs of this year. I'll probably just have my logo set up for when I do that. Ooh. It's been a while since I've actually done so many things. Now, I did say if y'all got it right, so Captain, if you're still on, and Mitsuki, if y'all want to come up with an idea and want me to make a thumbnail, comment down below, or just comment in the comment section, I'll make it. Okay, I know that says not a request, but you want to make, you want me to make a what if me was in Zelda. Honestly, that would be interesting. Not gonna lie, it is a tempting one to do, but I'm not sure on it. So, expect this one, probably, actually I'm going to do a lot more what ifs this live stream, so I may actually just do a part 2 of the Easterlings here in a minute. I may even go ahead and get the first one of this out of the way, because I've been looking forward to doing this one in particular for a long time. Honestly, I could do a Star Trek one probably some point later down the road. Who knows? That one's just gonna be like interesting. I don't know about that though. But I've been wondering and all that, out of all these what ifs so far that you two have seen, Which one would you say is your favorite on my channel right now? Not including the one I just pulled up. Which means this one. Because I have a feeling that's going to be your guess. So I'm going to ask you that, and then after that, I'll get started on another what if, and I may do this one this live stream. It just won't be posted on my channel for a bit. Okay, the snowdrop, yeah, I admit the snowdrop one is pretty good. Pretty good. Snowdrop one is pretty good. This will be a vigilante one, though. I will admit this. This is going to be my first attempt at a vigilante, I think. Captain, you still on the live stream? Okay. Well, you know what, I'll go ahead and make, like, part 1 of this. Why not? It won't be on my channel for a bit, but you probably won't see this one for a bit, but why not just get started on this? Again, if you want, like, scene ideas or want to see your certain thing in a video, it could be an idea of plot or whatever, you can comment down below. No, it's fine. If you left, it's fine. Some people, they have to, for some reason. They gotta go. I understand it. Well, anyway, we'll do this. What if Deku was Ruve? I pronounced his name right? Pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right. Ruve. What if Deku was Ruve? Part 1. Deku's father was a criminal, a highly known thief amongst the criminals, highly respected. But one day, he was caught, and Deku being a son of a villain, and he's quirkless, always on his own, having to survive in the world. And one day, when he's just roaming the streets as he's a kid, he sees someone getting bullied. As he walks over, as he's taller than most of the other kids, as he gives them the cold stare and says, "What are y'all doing?" As they look at him, "What do you want, villain?" The kids say to him, "I suggest y'all leave her alone. Why would you care?" I said, "Leave her alone." As he gets closer, "You're just quirkless." As one of the kids try to hit him, as Deku just grabs his arm and flips him. As they run away, as the girl gets up, "Why, thank you for your help, kind sir. What are you doing here?" "My name is Sarva, I believe." "Nice to meet you, Sarva. What are you doing here?" "Well, I'm just heading back to the church." "Well, it's nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too." As they go to sit and they talk for a bit. "So why are you out here, and why do they call you a villain?" "My father was a highly known villain, so everyone treats me like a villain. I'm out here on the streets, no one cares." "Well, I care. Thank you for helping me." "No problem. After all, it just didn't sit right with me." "Well, I appreciate your help. And here, take this." "What is this?" "It's a little scarf." And it's the signature scarf that's over his right eye. Why, thank you. Sarva, right? Yes, that's my name. Well, it was nice meeting you. It was nice meeting you too, Ruve. As a nun comes over, asking for Sarva. I'll be right there. Thank you. No problem. As she leaves. That was nice. Someone that doesn't hate me for being who I am. Well, I better go. As he gets up, as he notices sirens and incoming of a hero, that's my cue to leave. As he starts running through an alleyway. It's about a few more minutes, the hero arrived with some cops that told us, saying there was a villain. Well, Deku is probably long gone from there. And with Deku being quirkless, he only had one thing on him, other than his coat and his look, would be a mic he'd keep around. Because Deku wasn't born with a quirk, but he was born with a loud voice, a very loud voice. People could say it's a quirk, but in truth, it's not a quirk. It won't be cancelled out by Aizawa. It's just a unique ability he has. As he's just walking around the streets. As Deku has already known what it's like having to take down people. As one time, a drunken person tried to kill him. He ended up pulling out a gun that his father left him before getting caught. He would use it to protect himself. As he killed the drunken man. They never learn, do they? You don't pick on the weak, or they'll come back. As he shoots the man 2 more times and kill you. As he puts the gun away and walks away. As we skip a few more years while Deku is older, he hasn't managed to see Serev, as he only got her name but no idea where she was. So he was constantly walking around Japan. As he'd gotten older, into his teen years, people started putting up wanted posters for him. They were calling him a villain, but in reality what he was doing was vigilante work. He was killing villains, he was killing corrupt heroes. Wasn't doing really any crime other than killing. But no one really cared. As he then found a church while he was running away from some heroes. Run-down church. As he quickly runs in, as his arm was injured from a fight with a hero. Ugh. Those heroes, they don't even know how to hold back. Guarantee I thought they were gonna kill me this time. As his back is against a wall, as he stays silent as he hears the heroes pass by. As someone comes over to him. Hello, sir. I'm glad you came to the church today. As he had the scarf around his eye. As he looks up at the person. Do I know you? Oh, my name is Serev. Nice to meet you. I remember you. You were that girl I helped out years ago. Oh, you must be Ruve. Good to see you again. Let me help you with that injury. As she goes over to help Deku with his injured arm. He starts wrapping it up. Thank you for helping me. No problem. After all, in the church, you gotta help as many people as possible. You're such a nice person. Yeah. After all, you never disrespect the church. So what have you been doing for these few years? Surviving, for the most part. As constantly, people would try to kill Deku because he was a son of a villain. They didn't want him in the world, thinking he would turn out as bad as his father. In reality, they made him that way. Thank you for your support. No problem. After all, I think what you're doing is actually good. As he looks surprised at her. What do you mean? You're cleaning up Japan by taking out all the crime and the corruptness. You're building it back to its once beautiful glory days, as people would call it, where heroes were actually idolized, she would put it. After all, I don't go out much because of my quirk. What is your quirk anyway? You could just say, I'm a little devil. Whatever. Feel free to come back whenever you're in trouble. As he walks out, as it had been hours after. I'll make sure to stop by every now and then. Why, thank you. As he marks down the place, as he walks off. I was glad I ran into her again. After all, at least someone out there supports me. As he goes into an abandoned house, really. Run down, wall and roof pretty much destroyed. He grabs a few drinks from the fridge. Starts to drink. They're like sodas. Heroes, they never give up. As they hear something, he pulls out his gun and shoots 3 times. Who's there? As he's moving his gun, a scarf gets wrapped around his arm. Pulls it, tossing the gun away. Surrender, Ruve. You're under arrest for killing several people. I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. As he starts to rap, as his voice sends Aizawa flying. As he runs over to his gun, and then rolls under a wall. As Aizawa is recovering. Great, they had to find me. As another hero drops in front of him, trying to catch him, he pulls out his gun and shoots the hero dead. As he slides under as his corpse is falling to the ground, and runs. As Aizawa has recovered and checks the hero's body, as he's already gone. And Ruve has made his escape. Stupid heroes. That was my last place to hide. As he starts to run even faster and farther away. Can't a guy just have a break? As he keeps on running. Until he goes into an abandoned factory. Hoping to get the heroes off his trail. I can't believe I had to pull out that move. As ever since he was a kid, he enjoyed listening to rap and doing raps. Heroes always misjudging the villains. Never respecting what they're doing, even though some of them are doing the right thing. He repeats that line. Why can't they just respect what some of us are doing? We don't wish for a world full of chaos. Some of us wish for a world full of peace. In reality, they don't realize they're making it worse. All I can do is just clean up their mess. As he starts walking further into the factory. Now where is it? As he steps on a floorboard. There you are. As he breaks the floorboard with his foot. Revealing a soup case. As he pulls it out. Okay, this should be enough money to last me a little bit. As it was a hidden stash of money he had collected. In case his hideout was compromised. As we go back to the scene of his hideout where several heroes have gathered. Did you manage to catch him? No, he got away. This roof person. He must have used his quirk on me. He sent me flying. Similar quirk to yours. Present Mike. Similar quirk to mine, you say? Yes. He sent me flying with his voice. Huh, interesting. Maybe there's something. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to use my quirk on him. He managed to slip, but he killed the other hero with me. Have we ever had a DNA scan on him yet? I did manage to notice he was injured, so we can probably get a blood test now. That's good. We can see who his relatives are, as we have no idea who this Rube is actually. As Deku had never gone by Rube until he started his vigilante work. He was always Izuku. As several hours are. Sir, you might want to see this. And what is it? As the detective goes over. He's one of the most wanted criminals. Son? Yeah. We gotta find him. As they inform the Hero Safety Commission about it. As his father had escaped from prison not quite recently, and they figured that they now know his son, he must know where his father's at. In reality, Deku doesn't know anything. As he can't watch the news or any of that, because he's constantly on the run from the heroes trying to chase him down. It's been a day. Deku comes back to the church. Serev. It's me, Ruve. As he opens it. Hey, Ruve. Nice to meet you again. Yeah, it's good to be back. Mind if I come in? Oh, sure thing. As he sits down. Any heroes have been here recently? Oh yes, a few heroes came in here recently asking some questions. I politely asked them to leave. How recent? Oh, just 2 days ago. By 2 days, I'm suggesting 2 hours ago. And why do you suggest that? The fact there's a body behind the stand. As she's surprised. How do you know that? You're dealing with someone that has to eliminate heroes pretty much every day. So, I wouldn't be surprised. And it was also quite simple. There's also a small blood mark on the right of your clothes. Pretty easy. Sorry about this. No problem. Let's dispose of the body real quick. As they go over to dispose of the body. I guess you've also been dealing with some of these heroes, I presume. These heroes were demanding money from the church. They got what they deserve. Huh? Well, they did get what they deserve, I admit that. Wasn't expecting you to kill them, though. Oh, it's totally fine. They kept demanding and they wouldn't leave. Just make sure, whenever this happens again, you get rid of the body. First. Why, of course. As she noticed, you've seen down. Yeah, the heroes have been on me like hawks. Can't catch a break. When the times are tough, you gotta switch to drastic measures. Isn't that right? Anyway, I think it's about time for me to head out. But you've only been here for less than an hour. Can't stay in one place for too long. They catch on. Otherwise, then they'll suspect you are working with me. Then you'll get caught in the crossfire. And that is a bad thing. I suppose you're right. Make sure to come in back and visit, though. Don't worry, I'll be back. As he leaves out the back. Isn't he such a good helper? As she goes back to doing her duties in the church. As Ruve leaves. Another day. More heroes to take care of. As he walks into the dead of night. And that's where What If Deku Was Ruve Part 1 ends. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Ooh, that was a blast! Man, you were really doing the rapping. I should have read that while I was in the story. That is such good lines. If you want, you can do that in the next part, and I'll probably read it and say it. Because that was actually pretty good. And I admit, that sounds like a good song. As you can tell, I was doing my own, like, trying to do some rap for that. To make it a bit interesting. Oh, see you later, Captain. I think he left, but hey, it was good having someone else watch for once. It's usually just me and you watching. But people like watching these, and I appreciate you viewers. Never a dull moment, guarantee it. It was good. I should have read it while coming up with the story. Because, man, that was good. That was solid. Oh, I can tell you get serious when you made those. As, again, this one may not be released for a while, so you may not see it on my channel for a bit. What else to make? What else to make tonight? Oh, y'all point out so many ideas I need to do, and I'll go through the comments, or probably this. We're doing, y'all brought up Shredder, y'all brought Roxanne Wolf, y'all brought up D-Light from Poppy Playtime, Mommy Longlegs, Kissy Missy, y'all brought up a whole lot. You brought up Sandman, you brought up a lot of things I could do. But then again, if y'all can get me to 150 this month, you'll see the Vanny what if on the live stream. On the next live stream. So hopefully we can reach the goal of 150 subscribers this month, and you'll get to see the Vanny live stream, where I will probably actually do a full-on one-shot with the Vanny for like a whole-on stream. So, yeah. You don't have to comment the lyrics. You're probably should be on the next live stream I do this. Am I wrong? Probably not. I do appreciate you watching though. As it's good to get some support and all that, because this makes me want to come back to it. As I constantly come back and do these stuff, as I've released so many what ifs this year. It depends what day and what time. I can understand that. Most of these what if live streams are in the afternoon. I can understand that. But I can tell you most of these live streams are in the afternoon. So, like, if you see a what if live stream, guarantee most of the time it's going to be of the afternoon. Nothing else. Summer gonna be a different time. And these are good series. Again, thumbnails and all that. I'm glad I could actually make this, as this one will actually come out. This series will be scheduled to drop later this year, but until I finish one particular series on my channel, this video will not drop. Okay? So until I finish the series on my channel, then this one will be added. Okay? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this What If live stream. As, honestly, this went well. I got 120 subscribers now. Captain, I appreciate you helping out too. You'll probably come back and finish watching this live stream. So, I do want to give you credit. Thank you for joining me today. There'll be another live stream. There'll be another live stream probably later down the road. About maybe I may do one tomorrow. That is really, it's a what if. A what if I do it tomorrow. I do appreciate y'all watching. Do appreciate y'all support. If we can get to 150 this month, Vanny drops, and I've got a feeling you'll want to see the Vanny. As I had made so many scenarios with the what if Vanny for so long. I had come up with so many scenarios. Like, you know where I told you I had 2 scenarios that I combined with the snowdrop. Yeah, I would say times that by 3. So about 6 scenarios I've made of what if Vanny. Again, this channel is growing. I appreciate y'all's support. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this live stream. When I'm back, we'll be getting a Dr. Robotnik Part 4, probably the finale. What if Deku was the king of the Easterlings, another Snowdrop, and Ruve. And possibly, depending on how oh, no, I also forgot the robotic Deku. with Robotic Female Deku. There'll be another part of that dropped. So thank you for enjoying this live stream. I got probably 3-4 what ifs out of this. I hope y'all enjoyed, as more of these videos will be coming out recently. And really, I've got enough videos to last me a week. So thank you for that. And there will be a vote for a new What If series once I finish probably 2 or 3. There will be a vote. So I'm just putting that out now. Well, hope y'all enjoyed.